going for a little rip on the Razor MX650. I got this probably a month or so ago on sale on Walmart.com. This was the camo, the Realtree version, and I've done a few upgrades to it. Got an air shock on it, D&M air shock off of Amazon. Totally transformed the ride quality of it, and I'm about 205 pounds, and it's comfortable to ride now. Gonna work on the front suspension before too long. It's still stock. I did take care of the thumping though. I put some rubber grommets up in the fork to take care of the thumping going over bumps. But these things have an enormous following. I've come to find out. I didn't realize it until I bought one, and just how many adults are into these and how much fun they can be. They're just it's like a big boy toy, and there's a million different things that you can do. It's kind of death by a thousand cuts. There's so many modifications, and the sky's the limit. But it's really fun if you're a little nerdy and you enjoy stuff like that, or like this. I actually put CRF 50 plastics on this. Hopefully this isn't too noisy here. We're going to do a little off-road buzz. Put CRF 50 plastics on it, and you can still hear the stock brakes. They actually work really well. I don't have an immediate need to upgrade them, but I think hydraulics could be in the future. But for stock, they're not bad. But I ended up putting the stock gears back on with the number 25 chain, because the gearing was so much better. You can almost lift the front end off the ground going uphill here. I could if I really wanted to, but I don't want to end up on my back. I'm not quite as agile as some of these young fellas riding these things. But I used to be, not so much anymore. But I still love it, love the sport. But it's just really fun to buzz around. It's like being a kid again. And we'll just say I'm in my 50s. We'll round it to there. And what else? Got the CRF 50 seat. Got that on Amazon with the plastics. And I had to do some carving underneath to get it to fit right. But the taller seat foam definitely fits better. I'd like to get some drop pegs, because I'm a little scrunched up. I'm about 6 foot tall, and I'm a little scrunched, but it's not bad. Just would be better if my feet were just a little bit further down, a couple inches maybe. But yeah, just a little local trail here, just putzing along, and it's kind of cold out today. Dressed like an Eskimo, but boy, this stock gearing, wow, I just can pull the front end up going up this hill. And the kit that I got for this was actually off of Amazon. It is a, if I say it wrong, forgive me. I believe it's a 3,000 watt kit, and it was like $269, and it came with the Far Driver 7260 controller. I believe the amp draw is 80 amps continuous line amp draw. The battery is one of those LIFE P04. It's kind of a newer technology, and it's a big battery, but it's fairly lightweight. And I got it mounted in there sideways, and it's just nice, reliable power. It's a 48 volt, if I hadn't mentioned that, and it's 25 amp hour. And for me, and for what I like to do, just buzzing around the neighborhood, I think I paid, it was like $200 and some if I remember right, or right around $3. Eventually, I would like to do a 72 volt. I really honestly don't need it, because I've already wheelied out on this and hurt my knee, but we all like more power. So yeah, I would love to have a 72 volt battery at some point if I can find the right price. And of course, safety is a big deal. This little thing rips. Even with 48 volt, it's amazing what it does. That was a steep hill I just went up, and it just kind of went up it like nothing. You'll see how bumpy this is here. It's kind of rough with these little tires, little wheels. Tires are stock, wheels are stock, and everything about these things is totally upgradable. Pit bike brakes, pit bike wheels, just it's kind of funny how much stuff you can do to these things, but there's a point where, you know, you're diminishing returns, because if you decide to sell it to get something else, you know, or to maybe upgrade a little bit to something different, then, you know, you're probably not going to get your money back out of it ultimately. So I guess just do what you need to do to make it fun, and you know, and what would work for what you want to use it for, and then go from there, you know. And how much more you want to spend on it is up to you, but it's a real addiction. I will tell you. I haven't got more than one, but I definitely am thinking about buying another one if the right one comes along. Of course, looking at Marketplace for prices. And hello. But I'd like to have a few more than just this one. And what else am I forgetting here? Like I said, I got a 25 chain on it. It's quieter than I had a 35 on it, number 35 on it, and it's more robust. But the rear chain sprocket that came with the kit that I bought on Amazon that had the far driver controller, the rear sprocket, it's a 35, and I can't tell you the tooth count, but it's definitely smaller in diameter, which means more speed, but you lose your low end grunt. And I think the fastest, in all honesty, was 39 that I got to, but I feel very confident I could have got 40 out of it. And that was with the other sprocket, the 35 sprocket. But in stock gearing, like I have right now, that I went back to, I haven't got a top speed yet, but I would say I maybe lost 10 mile an hour. But the thing about it is, I really don't have a need to go over 30 mile an hour on something this small with these little wheels. I kind of enjoy the torque more myself. I like to be able to loft the front end up in the air real quick and easy, and this setup with a 48 volt battery is just about perfect for what I like. So little local fairground here. We just got some disc golf not too long ago, and kind of nice to see that. Hopefully people get use out of it, and nice little resource here to get some fresh air. That's another nice thing about these bikes, is you're not disturbing anybody, because they're nearly silent. I mean, it's really not much different than riding a bicycle, just a very low whirl from the motor, but you can't hear it. I can hardly hear it. And in current form, the bike comes with a freewheel in the back, so when you're coasting, it's just totally free, and there's no noise at all. It's just like you've got a motor shut off, and you're coasting. So it's, you know, if somebody's driving by and they see a mini bike, they might say, oh, and they might want to stop you, and then they realize, oh, it's just an electric bike that's, you know, not making any noise. No fumes, no noise. Would not be very disturbing to most people. So I put some headlights on here. I don't know if you could see them in the video. I got this on a chest mount. This is a DJI Osmo Action 4 action camera, and the chest mount's working good for this. Check it out when I get home. But the lights are actually up high where it says pit bike. The lights are on the other side. Again, I got them on Amazon for a reasonable price. I think $20-some maybe. And I wired them in. I got a converter to go from 48 volt to a step down to 12 volt. And again, that was another Amazon purchase. Lots of places to get them. I just go to Amazon because I have Prime, and prices are usually competitive. So But got that on there wired up, so I got the lights are extremely bright. They might even be a little too bright for on the road with cars, but I just buzz around locally close to home. So, and I'm not out at night that much, but boy, are they bright when you need them. And I actually just put a CRF 50 tank on this, and it is I had to of course cut it, but I mean it's a genuine CRF 50 tank. It's a lot thicker than what comes on these, and I wanted it to mate up to the plastics that I put on here, which were made for a CRF 50. So I actually trimmed it up, and I used this might be a pro tip for somebody, because I didn't see where anybody was people were talking about, you know, trimming these and some of the ways they were doing it. And the way that I did it was with well, actually I tried a Dremel and it worked, but then I went to my multi-tool, an oscillating multi-tool with a like a half moon looking blade on it that's made for like cutting wood and stuff like that, very fine tooth, and that thing zipped right through this. There was like no hesitation at all, and it was easy to handle and no problems. Cut it in about 5 minutes, what it took me an hour and a half, and made a real mess with the Dremel tool. So I did some more trimming. That's why I used the oscillating multi-tool. But anything I do in the future is going to be with the multi-tool from now on for sure. And then I just sand off the edges. But I know that I can do better. That I think I paid $35 for the tank because I wanted it quickly, but I'm sure I've seen people where they had $25, I think is what somebody said they just paid. I was looking on a Facebook group today, and there's someone selling them. I'm not trying to take away from them. That's a good product that they're selling, that's already trimmed up for you, but you know, it's $35. So if you can do it yourself and, you know, and pay $25-ish, you know, maybe you could save yourself $10. So, and I like, you know, the thickness of the Honda material. It's very robust, and everything fits nice and tight and secure. And try a little shot there. But yeah, like the way it fits. And it's kind of, again, like everybody else, it's a work in progress. I kind of, that's actually my rear brake now, and that is my front brake. I switched, all I did was switch the cables the other night. I'm thinking I'm going to have to rerun all this line and everything, and then I realized all I got to do is just undo the cable right up at the lever. I just took all the slack out. I undid the, you know, the adjuster down below and let it be slack, and then I just put I just switched cables from one to the other. So now my rear brake is on the left, which if I decide I'm going to be brave and try wheelies again, which I want to really bad, but I don't like falling off the bike. At least I have a rear brake I can cover this time that's apart from the throttle. So just got to remember that's the back brake, because I'm used to the back being on the right. But yeah, I'm going to tidy up the wiring some more, and this is it's just been so much fun. Again, I know I say it before and again, but it's like being a kid, being a big kid. And if you use your head and just enjoy them, and you know, there's no noise involved, and it's not going to make anybody mad, you know, as long as you're not ripping. But here in Pennsylvania, it is December 1st, I believe, and it is probably about 25 degrees out today. And I am all bundled up and really loving every minute of it. Just getting fresh air, and again, no noise, and I can talk. You know, you can hear, I don't have an external microphone. It's just coming, you know, from my voice right to the Action 4. And that's, to me, that's pretty good. Good quality sound, and hopefully as I grow with the YouTube channel and everything, I'd like to upgrade equipment and keep quality videos coming at you, where maybe, you know, if you didn't know something and you're looking for information, maybe I can help. And of course, I've learned from other people, and I try to spread the knowledge around, you know. And sometimes, you know, somebody has an idea that's good, and I'll look at their idea and say, oh man, maybe I could make that even just a little bit better and make it my own. So try to pass that along whenever I get, you know, any information that might be beneficial to somebody. But sorry for all the rambling. Just like I said, just riding around here and just saying things as they come to mind. Can't think offhand of anything else right now. I'm sure it'll come to me when I shut this off, but I do want to get a Sur on throttle at some point here. And yeah, we got somebody waiting to come through. Hello. Oh, thank you. It's nice and quiet.
Oh, I absolutely love that. That is so cute.
It's all electric.
How long, I wonder, do you have on you to charge?
Well, it's actually it goes by voltage, and it's 53 volts right now, and that's probably about 60%, or well, no, that's actually 80% charge. And I've been buzzing around here and taking videos and stuff, and I haven't actually done a range test, but they say 30 plus miles.
Oh, that's not bad.
And I mean, I've actually had these type of bikes in gas years ago.
Yeah.
And I like this one a whole lot better.
I bet.
It's quiet, there's no fumes.
Right.
And it actually is more powerful than the other ones.
I just love it. Is it a what kind is it?
Well, this is actually I made this. This is, well, I didn't fabricate like frame or anything,
Yeah.
but this is a razor from Walmart.
Oh.
Did you ever hear of those? Like if you
Yes.
go on walmart.com,
Yeah.
that's what the frame is.
I see.
And then I went on forums and I found out information about like batteries that could be used. This is actually a battery like you could put for a solar panel or something, 48 volt. And I put an upgraded motor on it,
Oh, you're
and
so smart.
everything bolts in. It's yeah, and here again, and check out this little trail. Oh, there's a basket. I didn't realize that. Got all these little flags. I'm not sure exactly what they're for. Maybe they're going to redo this along here and make the banks a little more stable. That would be a good idea. Love this little stream. Nice that it's so close. A little hill. This thing is just so much fun. Little hill was nothing. And this isn't even as good as it's going to be by the time I get done messing with it and tuning it. Although the tune that I have on it's not bad. That Far Driver, that was something I wanted to talk about. Far Driver, there's a free app you can put on your Android or your iOS device, your iPhone. I actually have an iPhone 15 Pro Max that I installed that app on, and it just immediately, as soon as this thing's plugged in and turned on, it finds that app, you know, very efficiently, and it's super easy to use it. Man, this thing just, it's like a billy goat with this gearing. Nearly silent, so much fun. But yeah, that Bluetooth app works perfect, and I'm actually looking forward to getting another Far Driver that's a higher output Far Driver that I can build something hopefully with 72 volt, which again, as I said before, I don't need, but man, I would love to just be able to goose it and have that instant power of that motor, or yeah, that battery system, which I actually could go 72 volt with this motor. But nice quiet little area here, and again, stock tires, they do pretty good, you know, considering they're made for a 10-year-old or less. They're 4-ply rating, and they're nice little knobbies, so still got some thumping in the front end. I need to probably just buy a cheap set of shocks from Amazon. There is some websites out there, depending. I might end up using one of them. I'm not sure yet, but may end up doing something like that. And once I know exactly what to order, might do that and get rid of that thumping and have a smoother ride for sure. So, oh, big bump. Oh, this is so much fun. Oh, this thing rips for a 48 volt system. This thing is just so much fun. Like I said, if you could see this hill and understand just how steep it is, it just rips up that hill. Gaining speed. Oh, that was a good one. All right. Pretty cool. Cool place to ride. It's so tempting. There's so many hills that I want to test out because I know what I can climb on my electric bikes that I put together, and those things are a blast too, but I think this thing's more of a climber even than what they are. I don't want to destroy any of the property or the grass here. I just want to be careful it's not wet where I decide to climb a hill. And we'll mess around here a little bit. Now that was pretty easy. That's just on crappy stock shock. Or forks, I'd rather. Oh yeah, this thing's a climber. Definitely climbs better than my bicycles. Really rips. You know I gotta try the hill that I do on my bicycle. I just can't not try that. We'll see here. Kind of hard because I can't stand up very good on this thing. I don't know if I can do it or not. Let's see. That's probably soft. Only one way to find out. Well, that rock must have fallen. It wasn't like that before. Other than that, I would have made it with throttle to spare. Oh, that's the front end pretty easy there. Well, that worked. Official, this will do things that my bike probably won't. Yeah, we'll try this little hill. This is actually a decent sized hill too. I think I could get away with even a lower gear. This still wants to pull the front end up, even at 48 volt. Well, I end up going to the house here. Definitely fun. You just ride and ride and ride. Still at 51. Actually, no. We're at 52.5 volts, which I think I'd be riding a while to actually take this thing down very far. There's a new friend. this again. Well, it's only going to get better from here, folks. This is another aspect of this hobby, this electrified world that we're heading towards. Nothing against fossil fuels. I'm not one of those against that, but I do really enjoy this new technology, and it's a whole new realm. I like how quiet it is. I like that there's no fumes. People are so friendly, you know, just like the lady that I ran into, how nice she was and friendly. You know, now if that would have been a gas motorbike, she might have still been nice and friendly, but I think there is something to something that's completely silent and or you know, quiet, very quiet. So as long as you're not riding it crazy. Hey, we got company. Alright, well, I suppose maybe it's time to head back home. You know, I gotta try one more hill. This thing is just crazy what kind of power. I can't explain to you how steep that is. And I'm 205 pounds, and it just goes up at like nothing. And once I get a new rear sprocket, it's going to be that much better. And again, I don't need a whole lot of top speed. Let's try this. We haven't been down here yet. I don't need a whole lot of top speed. I actually enjoy just putting around, just like I'm doing right here. This is the best. This is the best. Just riding around, looking, being friendly to people. Now, sometimes you see wildlife up here. You see deer, but I think the deer are hiding. It's gun season here in Pennsylvania, so I think they're hunkered down somewhere safe, hopefully. But all right, well, go out this exit down here, see if I can slide through. That's another cool thing about these things. They're real easy to fit through tight spots. I'd give you a ride, but there's not enough room. I've been all over the fairgrounds. And it's nice and quiet. Enjoy your walk. There you go. Oh, somebody got one. Nice one. Getting in the spirit for Christmas. Got the lights up, the blow up decorations in the yard back there. Nice little town. get myself a GPS so I know how fast I'm going out. Nice. Alrighty. Too much fun. Much fun. It's a country song. I ain't never had too much fun. Just zippy zippy. I'll tell you, battery is just phenomenal. Heated gloves or not, my fingers are getting cold. Alright, I think it's about time. Sure do appreciate everybody that took some time to ride along and watch this video. We're gonna try the street here for a second just to get back home. Again, thanks for riding along, and hope maybe there was some information that you found useful. And if not, just hanging out, listening to me ramble.